Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back. I appreciate all of y'all for clicking on this video, and we have a pretty interesting topic for y'all today. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of the law of attraction already, but there's always someone in my comments who literally has no idea what I'm talking about. So let me break it down for y'all. The law of attraction is basically whatever you think of eventually will become your reality, also known as speaking things into existence. Now, this obviously does not work for everyone, and it shows. Just think about all the teams that have had losing seasons over the years. You think they head into the beginning of the season believing that they are going to be losers? Well, there is one team that I believe that has this mindset, because it's been way too long since they had a winning season. I'm not going to say the name of the team because I don't want to throw any shade, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyways, throughout this video, we're going to be talking about 4 examples where NBA players made a statement that no one thought would happen during that time. But years later, it turned out that they were telling the truth. This is NBA players speaking things into existence. Alright, so coming in at number 4, we have the example with Anthony Davis speaking things into existence. Anthony Davis is one of those special type of talents, and it's obvious. Being 6'10", he can pretty much do everything on the court. When it comes to shooting, he is almost automatic from mid-range, and he tends to knock down some threes from time to time. He's also great in the pick and roll. He averages like 5 alley-oop dunks a game. Now, I know that this isn't the actual stats for all my Stephen A. Smiths that be down in the comment section. You don't have to type a paragraph about how I'm wrong on this one. I'm just trying to say that he has a lot of alley-oop dunks, that's all. Now, if I say something else wrong throughout this video, then by all means let me know. But anyways, he is a bully in the paint, whether it's on offense or defense. With the offense, all he gotta do is get you deep down in the paint. If that happens, then it's an automatic bucket. It's not too many big men checking him on a consistent basis, that's facts. And to top it all off, he can actually handle the basketball. I mean, he's not on like a Kyrie or a Steph Curry level, but if for some reason they aren't able to get the ball in the point guard's hands, then they can rely on Anthony Davis to get the ball up the court. Now, like I said earlier, Anthony Davis is one of those special talents, and the crazy thing is that he has dominated on every level of the game. You get some players that were probably very good in high school, pretty decent on the college level, but then when they get to the NBA, you don't hear about them as much, which is nothing wrong with that. The NBA consists of the best players in the world, so of course everyone can't dominate. I'm just saying that it is pretty impressive how Anthony Davis has maintained playing at a high level. We all see that he is dominating with the Lakers, and he has been on the MVP ballot the last couple of years. But before that, he was the #1 draft pick, and before that, he was dominating the college level at the University of Kentucky. He averaged a double-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds, and he averaged 5 blocks. He was really doing it all. Not to mention, he led his team to the NCAA championship as a freshman. They ended up losing, but that's besides the point. Now, moving on to his high school days, this is where it all began. Anthony Davis was the #1 ranked player in the class of 2011. But this video that I'm about to show y'all is mind-blowing, because he predicted his future almost a decade before it happened. Check this out.
Clean though. I just booed them because it wasn't my swag, but the other I'll keep hooping.
Did you get to play with LeBron at the camp?
Actually, we played, but I messed up my knee that game, so I had to sit out. So I mean, you know, I don't want to play against him.
But you're gonna play against him or with him in the future, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yo,
yeah, of course.
Yo,
yeah, of course.
Yo.
Coming in at number 3 on the list, we are going to be talking about Jayson Tatum. Now, I know that I have some older subscribers, even though they don't be commenting on the video like that. I know you guys know who Jayson Tatum is already, but I do have a lot of young subscribers who didn't get to see him play like that. And it's very easy to get misled thinking that he didn't have a legacy, because there are 2 classic things that he is known for. It's either this,
the need to dunk this ball. Just watch as they lay it up there. Watch this.
Woo. Or this.
We've been able to penetrate their bigs, get deep, suck the D in, and then we got spot-up shooters. You can't do it for 2 halves. You got to do it for all 48 minutes.
All 4 quarters. Thanks, Jet. Mike?
Now, personally, if this was the first thing that I ever saw from him, I probably wouldn't see him as that great of a player. But that would be far from the truth. He won an NBA Sixth Man of the Year award back in 2009, and he is an NBA champion. So yeah, Jayson Terry is documented. But let's talk about that championship for a second. Matter of fact, I'll let Jayson Terry himself explain it to y'all. But keep in mind, he said this before the season even started.
Look, everybody said, man, I believe we can win. I don't know about y'all.
Ready for takeoff, baby.
We got the team to do it. Look at the pieces. Sean Marion, Deshaun Stevenson, Tyson Chandler. We got guys that's all-stars, starters. It don't matter. We got it. We have what it takes right now in this room to win a championship. I'm gonna get a tattoo of the trophy right now to show you what I mean. Man, you crazy, Jet. That's what you gotta tell you crazy, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Show up to shoot around the next morning, coach done talking. I showed coach, I'm serious, baby. We gonna win it all this year. Right here. I got a tattoo to prove it.
It's a sweet joy, sweet vindication, and I'll never forget.
During the beginning of that 2011 season, no one thought that the Mavericks would be in a position to win it all. They had an older roster, and the Big Three had just teamed up in Miami. They were expected to win it all with no competition, but we all remember how that ended. Moving on to number 2 on the list, we have the time where Steph Curry predicted his greatness. Now this example a lot of people might not know about because it surprised me when it was brought to my attention. So let's talk about it. Steph Curry is one of those rare players that you see every couple of decades. I think most of you will probably agree with me on that, but I know some people might think that what I said is a little bit overboard, and I can understand where they're coming from. I mean, usually when you say someone is a once in every decade player, they usually are a dominant force physically, whether they are dominating in the paint or they can just jump out of the gym. Stephen Curry can't do any of these things. He can dunk a little bit, but it's mostly rim grazers. And by no means is he a weak man, but compared to the players in the NBA, he can be thrown around easily. But what makes him this special once in a decade player is that he literally changed the way the basketball is played. Stephen Curry and the Warriors showed a new confidence that no one has ever seen before. They were just gunning from the three-point line, and no one could guard their style of play. This led to the whole world modeling their game after them, in some way. Before Stephen Curry and the Warriors, there weren't nearly as many three-point attempts on the NBA level, the college level, or the high school level. And because of Steph Curry and the Warriors, the traditional center position is starting to become less important. It's a small ball type of league now. And to add on to that, he was able to beat the king of the league. And he had people copping the Under Armour shoes for a quick second. That shows how great he is right there, because even though they are some good performance shoes, they are still Under Armours, bro. We not copping those. But believe it or not, before Stephen Curry was one of the most praised point guards in the league, he had some humble times. He was drafted by the Warriors back in 2009, and he had some decent numbers, averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. But their team wasn't that good, unfortunately. They finished the season with only 26 wins. I don't want to say the losses out loud, but it's 82 games total, so y'all do the math. But basically, they were trash. But during the beginning of the season, he had tweeted something interesting. He said that he promised to all the Warriors fans that they were gonna figure all this out. Now, of course, he took some backlash for saying this because for the next couple of seasons, they still had a losing record. But like he said on Twitter, they were eventually gonna figure things out. And the rest is history. Now, last but not least, number 1 on the list, we have the instant classic of Jayson Tatum. Most of you are probably very familiar with this example already. When Jayson Tatum was 14, he posted a picture of him and LeBron James, and he was basically begging him to follow him back. Now, there's a couple of scenarios that could have happened. The first one is that LeBron James didn't see this tweet. People at him all day, every day. He probably has the notifications turned off or something. The second scenario is maybe he did see the tweet, but he probably wasn't trying to follow any little kids. That's not his style, and plus kids are annoying. In a good way though. When Jayson Tatum didn't get that follow back, he just used it to fuel him. He dominated the high school level, putting up 30 points a game. He was the number 1 ranked player in his class, and he was a McDonald's All-American. He was a one and done player at Duke, and he was drafted number 3 overall to the Boston Celtics. He has been getting better each year. and he is starting to become one of those star players of the league. He has been playing so good that LeBron James himself couldn't help but notice. And yes, he finally got him to follow back. Everybody that I talked about in this video had something in common. They all spoke their goals into existence. And these are regular people just like you and me. It's some people that I know is going to take this advice the wrong way. They think that just saying your goal out loud is going to magically make things happen. But life don't work like that. You still have to put the work in, and if you truly believe in something, this shouldn't be a problem. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. And if you wasn't feeling it, just leave a dislike. But let me know why down in the comment section. And I'm giving shout outs on Instagram to the first 5 followers, so hurry up. Peace.